Hello, my name is AYacko, and for Project 4, I decided to design a space for Ross Barney Architects, a local woman-owned Chicago-based architecture firm. Located in River North, RBA centers around clean design while generating accessible spaces for anyone to enjoy. The intended space for this project is located at 353 North Clark, within Chicago's River North. This is a higher income area and is surrounded by multiple nightlife amenities, including bars, restaurants, and concert halls. Being completed in 2009, the skyscraper is only 11 years old, making it a newer design within the area. Consisting of 45 floors, this LEED certified building is completely encased in a curtain wall facade, providing great amounts of natural light throughout the space. My concept for this project was to generate a layout for a design company that incorporates some inspiration from past projects within their own workspace. The main designs from RBA that I reference throughout this space are the Belmont Gateway, the Chicago Riverwalk, and the OSU Chiller Building, which can all be seen in this visual. These were my references because they were standout designs that RBA has created, making them the perfect displays to incorporate within their own workplace. For materiality, I knew I wanted to stay true to RBA and center around using environmentally friendly materials. I incorporated multiple materials from Knoll's certified environmental fabrics, which were used throughout the upholstery of the space. As for the color scheme and other chosen materiality, I made a decision once again to be environmentally cautious, as well as to create a light, clean space that could stand alone with the incorporations of the past project references, causing me to use materials such as oak, concrete, and carpeting. While designing the space, it was important to keep in mind the ADA requirements that would help make the space more accessible. To showcase the specifics of the requirements, I made an isometric view of a space within the layout that these requirements are met, focusing on the desk measurements, an accessible reception desk, accessible doors, and finally, a wheelchair-friendly hallway. While generating the final layout for the space, I often used bubble diagrams to determine where I wanted each room to be. After multiple trial and errors and determining what each occupant should be, it was simple to finally determine where each room was most successful. The one that I did end up selecting was the top left. This is a blocking diagram with the isometric view below, just to showcase the final selected layout. Each block represents one of the rooms within the firm and is coordinated to the color key below, showing how each room was able to connect and come together for a cohesive space. There are three personas that I will talk about within this space, the first being Tessa. Tessa is an architect at RBA and is appreciative of the open work environment and collaborative spaces. Within a typical day, these are the spaces that Tessa can be found in, clearly leaning towards the work areas within the office. Our next persona is Andrew. Andrew is a part of a separate company within 353 that works with RBA. He loves to visit RBA because of their public library and display area within the front of their offices, making it the perfect spot to use between lunches as well as when their companies gather for a meeting. Our final persona is Juniper. Juniper is a staff member at RBA who often works online, but has become extremely appreciative of the many workstations located throughout the entire office of RBA, allowing them to have more freedom of space when they do decide to head into the office to work. This is my rendered floor plan of the space, showcasing the existing walls and the other open tenant space as well. It is important to note that the reflections from the glass project onto the furniture here. This isometric view helps to display that visual. The colored glass being a reference to the OSU Chiller Building that is incorporated as a movement pattern throughout the space. We can also see metallic paneling along the reception and makerspace wall. This is a reference to the Riverwalk and the materiality that has been used during the construction. Finally, the art piece that is above the cafe is in reference to the Belmont Gateway and its overall structure. This is the RCP for the entire office. I have the overall larger ceiling showing at a height of 10 foot 3 inch, while the only lowered ceiling within the space being above the conference room at 8 foot 6 inches. I chose to use linear paneling lighting throughout the space as an attempt to reference the Riverwalk lighting and to generate a corporate feel throughout. These are a few renderings of the space, starting from when you first walk in. I understand that the first view may be a little wide, however, I felt like it was important to incorporate to truly showcase the overall design intent that a user would experience visually upon walking in. Next is the cafe. Here you can see the art display and how it works within this room, not taking away from the colored glass paneling, but being its own significant design. Next, we move through the library and into the conference room. I wanted to create these spaces to be extremely open and easily accessible, truly emphasizing on the importance of a collaborative environment and giving the users within this space multiple sources of work areas. Finally, you turn the corner and enter the main work area of the space, passing through the workstations that have acoustic partitions and a collaborative space in between the two groups to reach the makerspace. The makerspace is the most open work area within the office and is also the end of the RBA offices. To truly give it an emphasis, I incorporated the metal paneling with some glass paneling as well. This is where projects and models for RBA are constructed and once again provides their workers another space within the office to work. This has been my design layout for Project 4 focusing on Ross Barney architects. Thank you.